I am here to talk epistemology, which is a super intellectual and academic sounding word that I am not really that cool with because I feel like everybody's a philosopher. The first philosophers were probably not old and white, like Socrates and Plato, and just like the way that our culture tells the story about philosophy is just not my style. But that's another story. As far as my take on epistemology, I feel like knowledge is basically like almost all of it is virtual. It's not even real. It's just symbols and sounds and agreements and beliefs that we have based on our parents and our teachers and our siblings and our friends and our coworkers. Everybody tries to impose their beliefs and their concepts on us, and sometimes we agree, and as we get older we're less likely to agree. But the point is that what we call knowledge is pretty much an illusion in our head. It's just sounds in our head. Before knowledge, or before what we call knowledge existed, we were just the true human, the authentic self. And we had knowledge just like every other animal has knowledge, like innate knowledge or instinctual knowledge, intuition, silent knowledge, whatever you want to call it. But knowledge itself is not the problem. The problem is lies, or like a virus distorting the program that is called knowledge, because humans are designed to have knowledge, even the symbolic knowledge that we have in store in our minds via agreements that we make. So there's really nothing wrong even with the virtual knowledge until it becomes compromised by a computer virus or a brain virus known as lies. So how to tell the difference between truth and lies? Well, the truth is the truth regardless of whether you believe it or not. And lies require you to believe in them for sustenance, to stay alive. So if you don't believe anything at all, then the only thing that's left is truth, and you'll feel it in your heart. And that's where the truth, the true knowledge, the silent knowledge, the intuition comes from, is your heart. And it is beyond words, which is why it's called silent knowledge. It's beyond symbols. Anytime we're talking to ourselves in our head using language, well, all of language is based on agreement. It's based on beliefs. It's based on your faith. You've agreed on the meaning of those words, those concepts, those beliefs, even the letters in the words. Everything is formed by your belief. Everything is held together by your belief. And so if you're not willing to question your belief, then you're never going to see the lies that you believe. Every word I've just spoken is just a symbol with a meaning behind it that you might understand if you speak English. But again, this doesn't make words bad. They're just what they are. They're tools for communication. And so if they're infected with lies and you can't see the truth behind them, then they can have what we feel are quote unquote bad effects. But words are an art. You can paint whatever you want to paint with the words. And when you kind of have this full realization, then you realize that the word is a powerful tool to create whatever you want in your life, whatever story you want for yourself. And you're never going to take anybody else's words personally because you're aware that what they're saying is just a projection of their own beliefs. And it's not what's real. It's just their art. It's their virtual reality. So there's nothing good or bad about it until you judge it as good or bad. So that's my point of view, and of course, from my point of view, I am sharing the truth with you, and I do my best to use words in a way that you can understand what I'm saying. But even if I share an exact copy of truth, I know that you will distort my message as soon as it goes from my mind into yours. You'll hear the message, and you'll tell yourself the same message in a completely different way according to your point of view. So then maybe what I say is the truth or not the truth. But perhaps what you believe is not the truth. I'm only a half of the message. You're the other half. I'm responsible for what I say, but I'm not responsible for what you understand. You're interpreting what I'm saying according to your personal knowledge. And you can make the assumption that what you're telling yourself is what I intended to say, but it doesn't mean that your assumption is true. You can misinterpret what I say. Whatever you do with my words is up to you. I respect you regardless. You don't have to believe me, but if you learn to listen, you might understand what I'm saying. And if it makes sense for you, you can use it to create a better story for yourself.